What's going on, everybody? Is that mic working? Yeah, it is. Sweet. Hope everybody is doing well. Running just a touch late today, so bear with me while I get a couple things set up here, like turning on that light. There we go. Look how pretty that is. All right. So today we're back in Green Hell. Have quite a bit to get done still on this mega base that we've been working on here. But while the game's launching here, let me go ahead and get some of this chat stuff done that I need to do. But anyway, guys, hope you guys are having a great Monday. Super fun Monday today. I like Mondays. Do I like Mondays? I don't know if I like Mondays. I mean, I'm not Garfield about Mondays or anything like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I might as well say that I like Mondays. I don't hate them. I used to hate them. And this is me stalling and vamping while I click on chats and get things done. Hey, Master of Food, you shalt not cross the snack again. I will not. Not today. Not today. I don't feel like getting poisoned by any old thing. So we'll see if I can pull that off. We'll see. We'll see. No promises, right? This is kind of how it is. All right, so I can get rid of that now. Hey, Charlie, I see you in chat there. What up, man? Good to see you, buddy. All right, I'm almost done getting everything set up, and then we'll be ready to go. So 2 seconds, more than 2 seconds, like 5 seconds. More like 10, maybe 30. 30, that's a good amount of seconds. Quality. All right. Oh, wait, no, one more. There it is. We'll see about me stepping on snakes or poisonous things. It is Green Hell. So, I mean, it's like that. It is like that. Green Hell. What a great game. Gorgeous game. All right, so today I am not going to be sidetracked. That is at least what I'm hoping. We're on day 65. 65 in this game. That's a long time. All right, while this is loading, I'm gonna go grab myself some water. I'll be right back. Sweet. Made it back before anything. How are you doing today, Charlie? They could add some instrumental tools in the form of instrumental instruments for music. That would be kind of cool. I like games that let you, hey, Rennie, good to say hi. Or good to see you saying hi. Grounded is such a win game. And I'm going to get back into Grounded because my Mega Base in Grounded is almost done. So I need to get done on that one real fast. Gonna mix up some Dubby here. Sorry. Joys of being an affiliate partner. Get that awesome discounted energy drink. I saw that spinning wheel. Didn't like that spinning wheel. Where'd that lid go? There's the lid. Pause this for 2 seconds while I shake it up. Doing good. How are you, Rennie? I have not gotten to New Game Plus yet in Grounded. Wanted to finish getting all the queens first. And we're still on the infected broodmother. I think that's the only one that we need to do, which I have stuff in my base that requires that corpse. So there you go. Making stuff sense. Hey, you know, that's how it is sometimes, right? All right, so let's see here. We have some stuff that we got to do. I got some stuff I got to do. Am I a bodybuilder? No. No. The furthest I've gone in that type of thing is I played football when I was in high school, but that didn't even last that long, and so I can't even tell people that oh, I was on the team. I conditioned with the team, and then I gave up and quit before anything like that. That is an energy drink that is derived from coffee beans. but there's 0 sugar in it, and I have a big problem where I drink a lot of sugary beverages and such. And so yeah, that's that kind of situation. Hey Nick, good to see you. I mean, I have definitely tried more times. not a gainer. No. That's not really a supplement like that. I don't think that they have any like muscle supplements or anything. The most I do supplement wise is like I have a protein smoothie. Like my wife makes a fruit smoothie every day, and we get some protein powder in there. And then I also, anytime that like I do any lifting or anything like that, I take creatine. But that's kind of as far as I'll go. Man, I actually have some stuff I got to deposit here. So this is, if you haven't seen it so far, this is the base. Pretty happy about it thus far. We're in the middle of, or not in the middle, actually we're almost towards the end of the second dry period. Where am I from? I am hanging out. I'm originally from the East Coast of the United States. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., but then a little while ago, I moved out here with my wife to Southern California. So that's where we currently reside, is SoCal. Love it out here. Definitely not thinking about leaving anytime soon. All right, just seeing what we can kind of put away here. I dropped an extra bone, so I'm going to pick up one of these because I always like to travel with 3 bones on me. And then we got clean drinking water here. We got an empty one here. What sucks is like all of this is empty. But what we're going to do, since we just had something to drink, we're going to scoop up as much of this as we can. Wait, don't pour it in there. Not mean to do that. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to do this. From Iran? Nice. Actually, I think I went to the Iranian embassy a few years ago. They had some really, really good goat there. Down for Zomboid on Sunday? Hell yeah, I'm down for Zomboid on Sunday, Nick. That sounds like a fun time. All right, so how do we want to get started here? I guess the best thing to do is to finish this building that we were working on last time. This building requires a ton of rope right now. That's kind of the main resource. Let me head upstairs and see if there's anything. Yeah, a lot of rope. I think I finished this whole area out here. Yep, that got done. All right, so we got a lot of rope for the second floor, and then I think after the rope we got some long sticks. Easy enough. All right, let's just get some rope for a little while and not worry about getting any big resources. Just kind of go in and out of the base with stacks of rope. Am I tired of Green Hell? I don't know if I could ever be tired. No space in backpack for rope? Seriously? Wow. Okay, I guess I went out and got a stack before failing last night. Or last time. I don't know if I could ever say that I'm tired of Green Hell, Nick. I think when it comes to Green Hell, like, I'm always going to love building in this game because of what you can build in this game. I think I'm ready to move on to other games from a channel point of view. Like, we've been playing Green Hell for quite some time that I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just, I will always enjoy this game, but I'm ready to showcase some other games because I feel like I've reached my creative limit inside of Green Hell. And Rennie, one thing that I will say is that regardless of any politics or anything like that, we just don't allow it on this channel, mainly because we do entertainment and video games and all of that fun stuff. And so we just simply don't do any political chatter or anything like that. Thanks for understanding. Let's see if I can get a couple more of these ropes and head on back in. But yeah, I'm ready to kind of spend the time that I'm investing into Green Hell into games like Grounded, or into games like, like the new Minecraft server that we just launched on TechFather's platform and stuff like that. Like, I want to build up that world a little bit and just kind of make it a little bit more robust in general. But all right, let's get more rope. As I said, I think I've mentioned this like every single stream. This is going to be probably the longest part of the entire build, is just getting all of this rope in here. Getting to skip school tomorrow. That sounds exciting. What's allowing you to skip school tomorrow, Nick? Hey, Toby. Good to see you there. Sorry, I didn't see that message come in. What time is it right now? Just before 3 p.m. Is the server working? It was. I tested it. It's on TechFather's server, so there's a new URL and stuff like that. But we were able to transfer over the existing world. So like your arena and all of that, Master of Food, all of that is still there. And so it should all be working. Let me know if you run into any issues there. This is the airport, Toby. Working on a massive, I've been calling it the airport city because this thing is so massive. It could basically house several people for quite some time. But yeah, we have a lot still to go on it. You're sick, but not super sick, so you can enjoy a day off. I love those days, man. Those were the absolute best. Oh yeah, no, it's when I first logged in, and you know what, Rennie, I'll say this first before I respond to Master of Food there. That's kind of what we're finding out, is that there's a lot of people from like Europe and the Middle East and Asia on this channel, and I have zero idea because like I'm in Southern California. My only speculation is that like I'm appearing perfectly when you guys are like hanging out, lying in bed and that type of thing. But yeah, no, it's definitely there, Master of Food. Let me get back to your comment here. Long story short, I logged in and I kept my character at the spawn point of our server, like the old one, because I was working on that giant sign that just says Base Legend in gold bricks. And when I logged in, it was right in front of me. Our spawn point was right behind me. The farm that you guys have set up was right behind me. I didn't go over to it, but I assume my base is over there too. And so, yeah, I'm guessing that everything in the Minecraft world is good to go. So log in, let me know if your arena's there. If not, I have everything saved, but we want to just verify that everything is there before we invest any time into like deleting the old server and stuff like that. Like we're not going to delete anything while people are still having builds in there and stuff like that. Have I got an animal pen here in Green Hell? I do not yet. I'm doing this all in stages. And so right now the main stage, sorry, I'm expecting a puma to come at me any moment. But I'm doing this in stages. So first stage is building out the main building, so that way I had some place to put storage. Then second stage is building out the other just buildings. And then one by one, we're going to kind of decorate and put all the amenities in those buildings. And then from there, we'll have a completed base. So there you go. Well, that's exciting. Good stuff, Rennie. Thanks for those likes, Charlie. Appreciate it. What meat gives you fat in Green Hell? Not the cats. Pretty much everything else will give you fat in Green Hell except for the cats, and maybe not the caiman. The big old crocodile dude, the black caiman. I don't think you get any fat from him, but the cats are too lean. The best one though is these perkes that walk around at the airport. They're the little pigs. Those are the absolute best. Those are the absolute best for fats. But really, if you want fats, it's all about the nuts. Find some Brazil nuts, and you should be good to go. My day is going pretty well, Charlie. It's going pretty well. Went out right before this stream to go pick something up at the store, and was able to catch a Pokemon vending machine restock. So grabbed a couple single packs, which is always exciting. Yeah, just like Toby's saying there, Nick, those are probably your best bets when it comes to fats. Personally, my favorite is the Perk-A, or Perk-Carry, or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what it is, but either way, that one for some reason seems to be the best, just because of the amount of fat you get with it. Like some of them, you do not get that much fat with it, but either way. Sorry, I hear growling. But I just wanted to make sure it was just the pig. But either way, and then these big trees right here, those are the Brazil nut trees. And they will definitely give you the best fat is just eating nuts. But they also have rope on them. So anyway. Is that a Google search, Rennie? Because I honestly would not have any clue about any of that type of stuff. So I wish I could help you out with that one. You had 6 naps today, Nick. I don't think there's anything, as somebody who has kids, like, I don't think there's such a thing as too many naps. Naps are encouraged in my house. Like, everybody is allowed to take as many naps as they want in this house for any reason whatsoever. I love a good nap. Yeah, anyway. Oh, hang on. Need to replenish myself here. Oh, wow. I actually don't need to replenish myself. I have 3 of those. Didn't realize I had so many of them. Alright, just continuing on with this giant push for rope. Finally get to the logs there. I don't think I have any available logs right now, so we'll have to go out and get some logs. You hear that? I get this feeling that as soon as I walk out of my fence here, I'm going to get attacked again. We're going to go slow. I don't see anything. So we're just going to keep on moving. But all right, Master of Food, time has come. Well, sounds good. Well, when you get a chance, check out the Minecraft server. Make sure that everything is there and operational, because we have until Thursday, so just like 2-3 days, to make sure that everything is there before I shut off the old server for good. And so just give me a shout. Let me know. Make sure that everything's good to go there. What weapon do I suggest? I'm always a bow and arrow person in Green Hell. Like when you see me start the game, it's probably the only time that I'll run around with a spear in this game is just at the start, because it's kind of the easiest thing to do is just grab a spear, and then as soon as I find feathers on the ground, because that's all that prevents you from making a bow and arrow is just the arrows part of things. As soon as I find feathers on the ground, it's just immediately just, okay, there we go. No, 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 not today. Not getting bit by a snake today. Not doing that. So that's what happens when you take naps. You don't get bit by snakes too frequently. I've walked off that before, and I've gotten abrasion on my leg before. Like, Jake Higgins, one of the squishiest protagonists in any game. IMO. I think I'm out of sticks at this point. Yeah, I just have some palm leaves in that one. Alright, no worries. Let's just get over here. Keep going with this rope. Building with wood in this game. Love it. But oh my god. I complain about this every single time too. The amount of rope you need to build with wood in this game is ridiculous. Thanks for that share, Oscar. Appreciate it. Mighty kind of you. No worries, man. And I'm also on for like pretty much every single day this week. I'm not going to be on Wednesday and Friday. I'm debating doing another long stream just because it's kind of slow with the other job right now. Should probably be doing sales with the other job, but this is just such a more fun job. And so either way, I'll be on more this week, but I hope you feel better, dude. It's never fun being sick. Let's head on back this way. 2 seconds. All right, I'm going to actually pause it real quick because I got to open something on my phone. And I just don't want to deal with the whole, oh man, there's a puma coming at me and I'm not paying attention. So there we go. Okay. To be honest with you, I deal with that anyway. And like pumas just come and destroy me constantly. Was that one right there? I thought I saw one before I came in here. No, there it is. It's another one of those pigs. Alright, whatever. Starting to get a little late, so I'm gonna have to put this stuff up. Might get like 1 or 2 more rope runs before heading out. That was it. That was all I could do with the rope, was just like that 1.5 panel. That's what I'm talking about, just like non-stop need for rope here. But once we get this rope done, we have that one to wall, that one to wall. Those are going to be much shorter. They're only going to be 2 each. Where is he? I hear him. Is that him? Got him. Did you guys even see that one? Yeah. Yeah. There he is. Look at that puma right there. Love it. So I just realized the other day, actually, that one of the best uses of the maggot farm is I have, like, unending, like, white paint now. Just because I'm growing so many maggots. Ah, it's delicious. Okay. Keep 3 bones. 2 things of raw meat here. That's awesome. Alright, back to gathering up some rope. I think I just got all the rope off of these, right? Ants. Skip that one. I don't know why, but I always almost walk into that anthill constantly. Alright, let's get this done. Looks like we're going to need to go... You hear them? Tribals. I don't see them yet. Oh, they're there. Is that them? Yeah, they're there. How was that not in your head? Looks like he's just a scout. But kind of lost a good amount of arrows on that one. That was pretty weak. I don't know if you actually have to kill the scouts or anything like that, but I've always found just kill the scouts, you know. Just makes things a little bit easier on you. Or if, like, I don't know if you don't get like attacked or raided in this version of the game. But yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff there. Alright, so I want to get rid of the human meat, but I don't want to get rid of the big cat meat that I have. Now we don't need to be carrying all these bones anymore. There we go. Now let's get that rope. Sounds good. Toby, you have a great rest of your day there, buddy. Always a pleasure having you here. Well, cool. So we got a puma and we got a tribal during the past like 5 minutes here, which kind of tells me that we're going to be able to work without worry for a little while, at least a full day here. But what's going to suck is, man, am I going to be able to get through here? No, it's too tight. It's kind of cool that that's too tight. They got to run all the way around the entire compound here just to get inside. I want to take a shower. That'd be so cool to take a shower. One thing that's really nice is I have these water collectors, and I just have 2 of them. I feel like I might need to set a couple more of them up. But just to kind of keep my water supply up during the dry season, you can add manually to your filters. And even if it's just clean water on clean water, it still helps, right? But anyway, just fun little green hell tips. What's missing here? That one, that one. Okay, so now we just need the logs there. See, that's the thing. Even after you put the logs in, you still have more ropes to add. Like, it's a never-ending journey. And I wish that you could just deposit ropes into the sled and come back with hundreds of them. But still. One can dream. Maybe in the future. Alright, watch out for bird eaters right here. That's where I'm trying to remember, like, all the spots that, like, I normally get bit by spiders and stuff like that. Because I do not want to deal with that this stream. Really, I don't want to deal with the what's it called? the fever, because I haven't bothered getting any of the other mushrooms yet. But yeah, that's the big one. And it's not like you have any cold storage or anything like that in this game. So like if you find anything, you have to use it within a certain amount of time or it goes bad. So I don't think there's any of those special fever reducing mushrooms around here. Alright, cool. So this will be the last rope. I think after this I might go catch a shower real fast, or a bath in my little lake that I have near me. And then after that, grab some rope on the way back, get some sleep. These two, they're only going to be 2 stories, so they're not going to be that bad, but we're going to get going on those this stream. Alright, so we need long sticks for that one. This one's up to needing logs now, which is nice. That needs a long stick, logs. Okay, fantastic. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this one. Okay, so we've already started the notch there. And it looks like, do we have a notch here? Yep, we got a notch here. So that means that's where we've decided to put the ladders. Let's go ahead and get those ladders up. Just to kind of map out what we're doing here. Okay. Beautiful. Couple of long sticks and those will be good. Okay, so with these, I kind of wanted to have a little bit of fun and use some of the more ornate like walls and stuff. And so I think before I can do that, I need to build a pottery table and I need to build one of these new workbenches. And so one of these is going to be like an artisan area, and then the other one is going to be more for like making metal armor and stuff. So this is going to be our artisan one. Let's go ahead and get our pottery table. Just set this up. You know what, before we lay that down, let's be smart. Get a couple walls set up here. First things first, we'll just get a wall there. And then this one, I'm intrigued if I'm going to be able to fit it really well, but we'll see. Alright, and then want to get some windows right there and right there. Cool, cool. Okay, so now it should let me know if I have collision with those walls. Yeah. Okay. So here we go, pottery table's going right there. Love that. And then over here is where we're going to be putting this new, I can't really call it new because it's been in the game for so long now, but they added it in one of the later updates, but it's this workbench here. And it's cool because this workbench kind of doubles as storage a little bit, and it allows you to put on some like leaves and some other stuff too. So pretty nifty. Anyway, what do we need to get started here? Planks and sticks. Easily knock that out. Really? Wow, I thought I would have at least 3 planks on me. Alright, well, should just have those laying about. And actually, doesn't look like it. Alright, no worries, let's just grab 3 planks. Be done with that. I'm keeping an eye on, hey, thanks for that follow, Spencer. Appreciate it. Keeping an eye on the health, or not health, stamina, but I'm going to probably need to head down that way in just a minute. Alright, so we need some long sticks here. So that's going to require some chopping. Alright, and that's just regular sticks. Okay, so it looks like we're done for right now. Let's go ahead and head on out. We got so many supplies kind of as we go. I'm just going to grab some like just sticks on our way. So look, there we go. Already replenished our sticks. Some more rope. It's rope. We're always going to need rope. Like every time that we pass it, we're going to stop and we're going to get some rope. This is how it goes. Yo, Toby. Toby McGuire, how you doing? Wasn't he like a singer or a rapper or something like that? I remember the name Toby McGuire. You probably get that a lot. Like I know people who are named after other people and stuff like that. Or not even named after other people. Their names just coincidentally are like that. Actually, I had a lot of friends growing up that were like that. Okay. Onward. There's so much, like, just sticks and stuff to pick up. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll have to go back and get some of that. But for right now, it's bath time and then bedtime. And then that's it time. Like, that's it. That's just all the times. Whee! I wish you could, like, do a dive into the water. It would just make things so much cooler. Gotta love that swimming. Alright, so that's that. Let's go get some sleep. So I don't really want to touch anything, but there's that, like, a handful of big sticks and stuff like that. Or not big sticks, long sticks, that's what they're called. Right up here, and I'm thinking about just grabbing a handful of them real fast. Like, I'm tired, probably not the smartest idea. There we go. Boost our energy a little bit. But this is what I'm talking about. It's all these long sticks right here. Didn't realize that I was that over encumbered with stuff. Wow. See what we can ditch here. Can't really ditch too much, but we can get rid of all of our long sticks. Or short sticks. Small sticks. That's the word. Yeah, there you go. And I'm only slightly dirty, so it was worth it in my opinion. We'll make that work. At least we'll try to make that work for ourselves. That was flies on that dead carcass there. So shouldn't need to worry about anything. But yeah, gotta love the dry season. You go take a bath, then you pick up 5 sticks, and now you got 1 stack of dirtiness again. Dry season will end probably in about 5 to 10 days, I think. It's like 20 to 30 days starts the dry season, and then afterwards, like, it's over fairly quickly. All right, so long stick, long stick, long stick, long stick, rope. Not gonna waste this long stick there. There we go. Oh, wait, no, those are regular sticks. Cool. It's kind of convenient. There we go. Use the long stick there. All right, back on this thing over here. I know you're tired, Jake. Calm down. Okay, bamboo log right here. Been holding on to this for a bit now. Oh, that little centipede over there. Hey, friend. All right, so this requires a coconut bowl, which I have a coconut bowl over this way. I feel like that bath I took, it was already wasted. When I first got to the airport, I used that coconut bowl as kind of like a watering spot to collect rainwater. And then I moved all of my tortoise shells over here because tortoise shells are obviously bigger. And yeah, the rest is kind of history. And so, yeah, it's fun, like how you get to reuse. I guess what I'm getting at is that you get to reuse a lot of your materials in this game. And so what you originally come here with, like, definitely have a lot more to do with it. All right, 3 planks. Come on now. Trying not to run to keep my my stuff low. All right, so we got a pottery table now. Isn't that exciting? And the way the pottery table works is I think I only have 1 brick left. I'm going to get filthy from touching this. But there we go. So you get 1 brick left, or 1 mud brick. And then when you harvest it, this is what they added with the pottery. You get these empty molds now. And those empty molds can be added into your pottery table like that. And then now you just kind of have to cycle through what you want to build. And then once you build it, you just add the water that you need. You can add melted iron ore, that type of stuff. Hey, Tech. Good stuff, man. Thank you again for all your hard work and such on the server. Appreciate that. Oh, this is my solo one. I currently I'm not building this one with anybody else. But yeah, no, we're not sharing this file out or anything like that. Some of the other games that we play on this channel definitely would be more than glad to throw down with you guys. All right, I'm just gonna toss this Cicatricea in here, even though I really don't need it in here. Nope, get the whole stack. Let's keep working on our maggot farm, also known as our white paint factory. One thing, just in case you're wondering, what I intend on doing with all this white paint, which is that's really what it is it's white paint. I'll show you. I harvest out the maggots. Nice, man. I'm excited about the modded server. I want to check that out. But yeah, so you take the maggots and then one of these Brazil nut balls, and you can craft some white paint with it. And then hang on, let me get my paintbrush. There we go. And then put the white paint on it. And then what I'm going to do is all of the supports, the frames, they're going to be white, right? Look how clean. And so from the outside, oh yeah, look at how nice that's going to look. Pretty excited about that. And so that's the plan, is from the outside at least. I'll probably have to do it on kind of all of them. But yeah, so white trim and then different colors on the actual spot. Now let's take a step back here. Let's take a step back and look at the base. That's kind of the look that I'm going for there. Looks like I missed a frame there. Did I get the wrong? Oh, I got the wrong frame on the second floor here. So it got the inner one, not the outer, which is fine. As I said, all of the trim is gonna get done with that white, and so I can even just start doing that right now. But yeah, that's why I have all those maggots, like not just for infections, but for the white paint to do all this trim work. Just trying to make this thing look classy, not trashy. You know how that goes. It's a weird noise. Didn't like that noise. Oh yeah, I forgot I threw some like logs and stuff over the way here. Alright, I'll take care of that tomorrow. Looks like that's a tomorrow problem. Now let's get some sleep. So yeah, base is coming together. It's gonna be a long time. Like there's a lot of work that we still have to do on this one. There we go. It'd be great if it was raining soon. So I'm dirty again, but I only got one stack, so I'm hoping that I don't get parasites here. Well, let's find out. Drink some of that. Another sip. Beautiful. Alright, so we're going to transfer over again. I want to just keep that flowing. And so we'll just transfer over another 50 here. So even though I'm taking 40 each time, try to pour as much of this in as possible. So that way we can just kind of keep our stocks of clean water going. Alright, food-wise, we need a little bit of all the foods. But we'll start by getting these leeches off of us, or leech singular. There you go. Eat this one. Eat this one. How we doing now? We need more fats. Awesome. Let's eat some of this human food that's just kind of sitting here doing nothing. That's some bags of nuts. There we go. That'll be good for fat. Delicious. Alright, now we gotta just get some carbs. Carbs are the one thing that, like, you know what? I'm actually going to do the exact same thing that I just did with the fat. Do I have any, like, chips? Yeah, there you go. Just grab a bag of chips here. Make more room on our storage. Sounds good, Tech. Always a pleasure having you here, man. Thank you again for your work. Kind of can't wait to get more Minecraft done. That's why I'm kind of... we were just talking about it, too. It's one of the reasons why I'm excited to put Green Hell to bed. Is because I know that we have Minecraft work that we gotta get done. And if you want to join the Base Legend private Minecraft server, head on to our Discord. That's where we just posted the new updated information for it. So you guys can all check that out. Have a good time with us. All right, so I'm just checking banana trees real fast because I need carbs. And I guess I could just, like, eat a bunch of mushrooms. I've been, like, running past mushrooms. I don't know. The bananas, there's so many, like, plentiful banana trees here. All right, there we go. Back up top. Let's get it done. All right, do we got a full stack of rope before we get back? Nope. Let's full stack that real fast. There we go. Onward. I would love if we could do, hang on. Sorry, wanted to kill that pig. I would love if this dry season would end. Like, don't get me wrong, I have enough, like, amenities and, like, I have a system and stuff like that. But being this dirty constantly, such a pain. Like, such a pain I just don't want to deal with. Is more of a better way to phrase that. And I am going to have to go down and do some more mud from what it looks like. So that's something to be on the lookout for. Nope, not the raw one. Put the raw one back out there. Need to keep the cooked one or the dried out one in my inventory. Alright, so we're dirty again, but who cares? Let's just keep it moving. First and foremost by grabbing this stuff. That's nice. I love when the centipedes still appear on them, even after you've dropped them. Like, that to me is hysterical. Alright, what do we need here? Logs. Easy enough. I need a good amount of logs still. I probably should have just brought my sled, but whatever. Let's at least get one full step. There we go. One thing that I will say is there's a lot of potential for Green Hell, and I feel like they kind of missed them. I won't say that they missed the mark, but they didn't add as much detail as I feel like the game deserves. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like hoping for more or something like that, but I feel like there could have been more in this game. All right, let's go through the back here. Just trying to get this table finished real fast. So this is that new crafting table that was in one of their updates. Oh, need some sticks. Let's go get some sticks. And so this is how you make like the furniture, and this is how you make the there's a couple other things that you can make, but like all the decals and the hangers and stuff like that, that's how you make all that stuff. There's all the planks that I have left behind. All right, we'll go ahead and grab a couple of these. I knew there was like a stack of planks just kind of sitting on the ground somewhere out here in the wilderness or the woods, forest, whatever we want to call this. Guess I can also replenish all these small sticks too. See, that to me is so misleading. There's the sound effect in the game that sounds like it's starting to rain, but really it's just like the wind rustling through the trees and stuff like that. But every time I hear it and I'm in the dry season, I get really, really excited. And I probably shouldn't, you know? Okay. I think I dropped like all of those small sticks over this way. So I should find like a whole collection of them somewhere. Doesn't matter. Just harvest these two big ones, get it done. Last one. Okay. It's really building out, but as soon as I put like torches in the walls and stuff, and that's something that I need to check too, if torches burn out in this game, because I've never actually checked that myself. All right, so palm leaves on that side, logs on that side. That's how it works. Get some of these palm leaves over here. Just kind of drop these off in the storage. That's it. That's all we can store. Okay. Not gonna complain about it. Just drop those there. All right, so right now it's set to build a table. This is kind of what I'm talking about. And thank you very much for that share, G. Appreciate it. And Bray, I see you in our Discord. Welcome. Nice to have you here. All right, so we got our furniture table here. Looks like we got the chair first, bench, nightstand. There's the table again. So I'm kind of curious why when, and I need to kind of play with it a little bit more, but there's some like ornate stuff that you can build now, like wall hangers and picture frames and stuff like that. And so I'm really curious if it's going to let me put those in, or if I got to find those recipes, because I thought that those appeared on the furniture table, but from just a real quick look at it, it doesn't look like it. I was hopeful, but no, those are just long sticks. Still, I need long sticks, so these are going to come back with me, but I was hoping that was one that had like evolved into logs. Alright, drop this one here for right now. Let's go check it out over this way. Yeah, replenish that, and let's chop down a couple more trees. I need to start being on the lookout for another puma. Gonna encounter one again fairly soon. I do like how that's kind of the only enemy that I have to deal with coming at me. The tribals are the only other like big enemies that spawn up here, and even the tribals aren't much to deal with. Alright, so adding on that nastiness and these planks, definitely added some more here. Whatever. I keep having to drop those sticks, but it's worth it just to kind of bring back full stacks of everything else. So, oh well, can't complain about it. Alright, so these are going to go to the table as much as I need them for the other thing. I'm going to break the sled out and get that going in just a second here. But add those in here. Alright, can I do anything else yet? Nah. Alright, we'll come back to that in just a minute here. Alright, so real quick, let's open up the book. Because there should be like more pages here. A bunch of other stuff that I'm missing. Oh well. Alright, let me just look through some of these other things here. There's a lot of things that I still need to like build. That's not going to be anything important. And I'm not doing it this stream. Sorry, just making sure that I'm still safe. Not going to do it this stream, but I am going to have to go and find some other things out and about, just to make sure that we have everything. Everything that we need, at least. Yeah. I'm curious how I'm going to get Wilson up here, but I am planning on making a trip back to go get Wilson, or whatever his name is, inside of this. The volleyball that looks like Wilson. Okay, so I thought that was going to actually unlock the hangers. Let me, now I'm going to check the wiki real fast and see, because now, that actually surprised me a little bit. Green Hell decorations unlock. What unlocks the recipes for the decorations? Figure just use this Google AI overview here. All right, range of paintings, trophies, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't tell me how to get them, though. I love somebody on Steam right here complaining. It makes 0 sense to get the decorations when your goal is to survive. Ridiculous. All right, hang on. Let's go to Reddit. All right, there's the paint, blah, 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 blah. Workbench. So I haven't been able, I guess, I don't know. I need to kind of explore it a little bit. Because I know that there's a bunch of updates. Do. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got enough building. Let's not be distracted right now. We got enough building to work on. But yeah, it's going to look great when that whole thing's in blue and white and then all the other colors here. All right, so I guess with that being said, I was going to... See, but the thing is, there's like this hanging wall that I want to get. And I need to figure out how to make it. Because otherwise, I'm going to be angry about it. So hang on, I'm going to figure out how to do that. Where's that hanging wall? Like, hang on, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I can't remember how to make it. But here, these. The leaf decorations. Now I gotta remember how to make all these. Rope decorations. Hang on, is it ropes and feathers? Is that how you make them? 'Cause now I gotta remember that one. Hang on. Let's check that out. It's a bunch of feathers right here on the ground. Okay. So let's go ahead and craft that. There's a bunch of options here with a rope. Oh, see, it didn't go away. So let's go ahead and add another rope. Okay, so it went away after that. So what happens when I add another feather? Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, so it went away there. Not a bone. But I'm close. There's something else that I'm missing there. Is it just leaves? Let's just chop some of this stuff down and see if I can get some leaf piles in there. Okay, craft. Craft. Wait, no, that was too many. Just want one rope. And then it was, what, 2 leaves? And then was it leaves? No. Not that. It's not bones. Alright, whatever. We'll figure it out another day. In the meantime, let's get back to collecting some stuff. First things first, empty this out. I have a storage somewhere in the space that I need to fill that up with. Alright, let's get one of our sleds. This one we'll do half and half. So we'll do half logs, half long sticks. Actually, there's some long sticks right there that we'll just bring in. It's kind of convenient. So this is what I was talking about, is after you get the long sticks in, you still have to put some ropes in, which definitely makes it a little bit more annoying. What mods are on our Minecraft server? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I've been letting our community set it up themselves, and just kind of trusting their judgment as we go. And so, to be honest with you, I don't have a clue. But fun ones, I'll say that. I know that we've been trying to create some security mods and stuff like that. So, like, if you build something, nobody else can destroy it. Nobody can steal, that type of thing. We try to keep things as friendly as possible. And then I think there's like a backpack mod or some other stuff on there too. Alright, so these are all long sticks. There's a good chance that I'm going to just fill up an entire side right here. But yeah, we just jumped ship from the existing server that we were using to an in-house server hosted by one of our community members. And so pretty excited about getting to it. Ooh, that one had logs. You had logs? Wouldn't be a Base Legends stream if I didn't make that Brian Regan joke. Alright, drop that in here. Guess, you know what? I'm gonna move you closer. Just, you should be next to where we're harvesting all this stuff. Okay. There we go. Now I feel like I'm actually making some progress. It's until I start putting in like new logs and stuff like that. Like, I think that's why I've been so just like bored with Green Hell. Like, I love this game. I'm always going to be like excited to build in it and stuff. But just lately I've been having such a creative slump with it. Because I think this base, I'm at the point where it's just the grind of putting it together. Oh, come on. I don't have one more long stick down. All of the long sticks have been harvested. It's ridiculous. Fine. Be that way. Don't know how accurate that is. I have a feeling that I'm going to find exactly what I'm talking about in just a second here. Alright, where'd those other logs go? There they are. Slightly over encumbered, but oh well. I think I have like a piece of meat on me or something like that. Alright, so this should be 2 of the logs that we need. There we go. And I think we're gonna need to harvest make another axe in just a minute here. Is that Sakatra? No, that's tobacco. I watched a video the other day where somebody had like attempted to pinpoint specifically in the Amazon that green hell takes place. It's a fascinating video. They basically use the animals, the plants, etc. to determine like a specific cross section of Brazil that would be most likely where this game takes place. Whether or not it's accurate, like the devs didn't respond or anything like that, but I thought it was fascinating just from a personal standpoint. See all these little baby trees getting started down here? I always thought it was kind of fun. So I find it a little funny that all of these logs that I'm picking up, they're only going to be like, I can finish 3 walls with this stuff. Grab some of that fruit while we're just looking at it. And then I chop down, there should be some more long sticks, right? Yeah. Yeah, just a couple. There's another 1 or 2 down that way. Not a big deal. Alright, just need 5 more there, and we are good to head on back to the base. So again, this is what I was talking about. There's a couple down here. Then here's 2 more. Nice. Love when he like freaks out like that a little bit. Alright, grab this one. Those are just regular sticks. Regular sticks. Yep. Should be. Yep, there's the other one. There's also another log right there. Chop this log up.
Oh no.
I was kind of expecting that, so while we're here, let's go ahead and handle that. Just need to find ourselves a big rock, which this is a good location for that since we're right next to this cliff here. But I just need to be on the lookout. Let's see. Alright, well, let's go handle these tribals real quick, and then we'll take care of it. I don't have many arrows right now. I need to make some more arrows when we get back to the base. I hear you, I just don't see you. Trying to get the high ground on them. You see him back there? Looks like 2. Nope, missed the headshot. There's that headshot. Dodge. Back off. Come at me, bro. There we go. Alright, easy enough. Always fun when that comes out of nowhere, you know what I mean? I need to make some more arrows. I got plenty of supplies to make more arrows, so it's not that big of a deal. But still. Okay. So what I was working on was finding a large rock, so that way we could handle making a new axe. Let's take care of that real quick. Ooh, grab some of that. And then I'm going to try to double up on our energy for the day. Try to find some mushrooms in addition to the meat that I'm carrying. And the 2 pieces of fruit that I've been picking up and holding on to. I should be able to kind of get a little bit more there. That's what we need. That's perfect. Right next to a stick, too. Alright, let's make a big axe. Nice. There we go. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna take care of this a little bit first. Because I'm not tired, but I'm dirty. And so it just makes sense to get myself all cleaned up real quick. This won't take that long. But again, it's kind of like I'd rather come back with like just everything ready and taken care of than hanging out doing nothing. Alright, and clean. Oh, wait, no. Get clean. There we go. Clean. Got out way too soon. Alright, so let's eat all of this food here. Delicious and nutritious food. Drink this orange juice too. Love that. So we got all of our macros back up, but we're still kind of tired. And so I'm going to go hunting for some blue mushrooms, which I don't know the name of them, but those are the mushrooms that give you find like 5 of them on each tree that you find them. Typically you find 5. Sometimes you find a lot less than that, admittedly. But when you do find them, like, it basically can give you half of your energy level back. And it's super awesome. I think that's one of the trees right there. Yeah, a little pine nut action here. Let's eat those. You can eat some of this too. We already have like our macros up at the top, but just eating food helps with sanity and a bunch of other stuff too. All right, so we're looking for these guys, these blue mushrooms. I used to know the actual name for them, like the scientific name for them, because that is something that matters in this game. But either way, eat a couple of these. If I could actually keep 1 or 2 of them, we'll keep 1 of them. Go ahead and turn this into some blue paint. Add some more blue paint to our structure. Hey, Jack. Oh, I walked right through an anthill. Having trouble finding food that gives you fat and carbs. Different types of foods. So you're not going to find anything that does fat and carbs except for any of like the processed human food that you find. But like mushrooms, like the Copahanga right here, those are carbs. Those give you 5 carbs every single time. Then there's, what else would be good for fat? Fat's coconuts. Like you can eat the hides of coconuts, and that's a really, really, really easy way to get fat. Personally, though, when it comes to fat, I get that from my meat. And so, like, the pigs and the cappies and stuff like that, those are your best bets for finding that stuff. Oh, Puma. Stay back, sir. Whew, you came at me quick. It's always unfortunate when you see them coming and there's nothing you can do about it because you're carrying something. But oh well. Alright, let's go ahead. We don't need to be carrying these bones, so we'll ditch 2 of these bones. I am bringing your meat back, though. Stupid Puma. Alright, where'd my sled go? There it is. But yeah, so that's your best bet. You're not going to find any fat inside of the cats, like the Puma that I just took out, Jack. You ain't going to find any fat inside of one of them. And so your best bet is these pigs and stuff like that. Alright. So with this, as much as I want to work on the other structures, we're going to work on this one. We're going to finish building this out real quick. Love that. Slowly going to get it all done. Oh, I need to go, like, drop some of this puma meat off and stuff like that, too, don't I? Yeah, buddy. Look at this, getting it all filled out. Yeah, let's go take care of this puma meat. So that way I don't have all this stuff in my inventory. So we're not going to put it on the drying rack. Puma meat goes into the maggot farm. Just because big cat meat is, like I was saying, it's kind of pointless to have the big cat meat. It's great for protein, but protein's so easy to find in this game. It's the others. So what's unfortunate is I took that bath, right? Like right before coming back to my base. And now I've already got a stack of 5 again because I skinned that puma. Love it. Love the dry season in this game. Cannot wait for dry season to end. Alright, so now we got long sticks to do, which is awesome. You know what? We can add ropes while holding the sticks. So we'll finish these walls as we go. Love it. Oh, we need one more rope. No worries. Come back for it. Alright, so it looks like all we need is just logs and ropes. And then we will eventually need the long sticks again. But the big thing we need right now is just some ropes. Looks like we need sticks too. Nah, we finished it, but we need more. Alright, long sticks. Let's go ahead. Might as well use these, and then we'll come back with another full cart of them. I think that's an anteater that I'm hearing on the other end of this. Nah, armadillo. I haven't seen the anteater in a while. It's usually over by that anthill. We'll find them. Alright, just gonna finish this out while we can. Nice. Alright, 2 left, and then we're off to go get another stack. Alright, so with this one, and how many logs do we need to finish this out completely? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's okay, let's bring back 1 stack of logs and then 1 stack of sticks, just like we were talking about. I need to put doors on all of those door frames too. That's definitely a big part of it. That's one thing I will say about the airport though. Like all the other locations, I always struggle with finding rope consistently. But with the airport, it just respawns so damn quickly. Alright, get all the sticks we could possibly need. Get all the sticks we could possibly shake a stick at. Sorry. Alright, let's go to a different area and collect some sticks, or collect some logs. Go back down here where we just took out that tribal. There we go. It's a good area to stop. So again, the goal is we need half of this cart filled with long sticks. The other half is going to be filled with logs, which means that we have just a lot of just random trees to chop down first. Go ahead and do all the chopping before we switch over to doing harvesting. Did not want that pile of leaves. That's how you do the green paint, is you use just piles of leaves to do it. Alright, well, let's gather for a little bit here. Kind of clean up this area. Just a touch. Gotta love the corpse that's just sitting there. It's classy. There we go. And then log. That was the one that was already sitting here, I think. It's the third log. Alright, some of these, yeah, they were too small to be dropping logs. Understandable. No worries. Let's bring back these logs, and then we'll switch back over to sticks. Actually, we just need this one more log, so let's grab that before we do it. Oh, where'd it go? It's just looking at it. Alright, so hang on. That's the one that... There it is. There it is. Right there. That's always the worst in this game. It's for some reason, it's a pain to have to find the logs after you've cut them in this one. And I know that's why there's a lot of survival games that are adding like the resource highlighter feature. So like you chop down a bunch of trees and then you press a button, and then all the resources that are on the ground that you can pick up are highlighted. Personally, I don't know, I feel like stuff like that doesn't work well in hyper-realistic survival games like Green Hell, Sons of the Forest, etc. But it can be effective, and so I understand why people want it from a like an accessibility standpoint. But personally, I don't know, I feel like it cheapens some of the survival mechanics a little bit. So we do have a lot. I think we still needed to get like 10 of these sticks. So there's 4. Oh, come on. That was a bad one. Oh, what the hell? It's giving me the small leaf pile instead of breaking apart the sticks. Gotta love stuff like that. Alright, so there's 5 right here, and then we'll come back and we just gotta chop up 2 more of those logs and we'll be done. Let's bring the cart with us so we don't have to walk that far. Yeah, literally just 2 more of these logs and we're good to go. I remember the first time I discovered that you could chop logs to get the long sticks in this game. Mine was just completely blown, which it sounds like such a small feature, but there's so many games where like you need a wood cutting table to turn things into planks or something like that. And so I don't know, I appreciate when games make things more realistic, you know, because like you look at my structure and the base stuff, it looks bushcraft, it looks like something that somebody made. Nothing's that uniform, so I don't know, I thought it was a really unique way of approaching that. Make sure I'm not going to get raided by a puma again. Okay, back inside the base here. So again, we'll start, whoa, doing a little roll there. We'll start by kind of just finishing out this building. If I can just finish this building, this stream, I'll be so happy. That's really what it comes down to, is just if I could finish this building, this stream, I'll be happy. Alright, then 2 more, and then some long sticks. Love it. Alright, let's finish these sticks so we can get the ropes in. Love that. Need more rope there, but that one's done now. Alright, so now we need 2 long sticks. Or is it more long sticks than that? Let's just grab 4, just in case we need more. Okay, so that's rope, that's rope. That's a stick. This is stick. Cool. Yeah, now we just need a little bit of rope and we're done over there. Same thing with these. Alright, let's use these while we got them. Wait, there it is. Sitting there, I was like, what? That doesn't seem right. I'm missing some stuff, right? But oh well. Okay. Not bad. So right now, it kind of looks like I just need to go get rope, right? Not gonna really... If it stopped, I would have harvested that one. You know, it seems like one of those... I don't know. I like the armadillo shells, but I've never rocked armadillo armor in this because it requires too much effort to make. And you gotta kill so many armadillos to do it. Unnecessary. I do want to know if I can raise armadillos inside of the animal pen. I'm sure you can. Like, because typically the passive animals you can totally raise. But I'm kind of curious now that I say it out loud. I don't actually know. So we'll see. Did I just hear a coconut fall over here? Wow. Kind of been a while since I've had coconuts at the base. Alright, let's finish this out. Love that sound. That sound of completion. There it is. Alright, building 2 is done. That took a while. That took an unnecessary amount of time. Alright, let's go get a little more rope. This is kind of what I was talking about, where the longest part about building with wood is the rope, not the wood. Every single one of those wood walls, you have to put on like 4 pieces of rope for the frame, and it's like 8 pieces of rope for the wall itself, and then like it's just never-ending amounts of rope. It's the one resource in Green Hell that I wish there was a way to automate it a little bit. Oh, I thought that was Psychotria. I got really excited for a second. That's the one plant that is kind of a pain to find. And so when you want to paint something red, it takes forever. Because everything else, super easy to get, right? Like if I want to, what is it? If I want to do the blue, it's just mushrooms. If I want to do yellow, like here, I can pull it up real fast. If I want to do the blue, it's mushrooms. If I want to do the yellow, I don't even remember what the yellow is. There it is. It's another mushroom? Yeah, it's the yellow mushrooms. If I want to do the red, it's Psychotria, though. And that's the one that takes forever. Hey, Block. Good to see you, buddy. Alright, just finish up these ladders. So, okay, so I want to look up one thing real fast. It's almost the end of the stream, too, so... Oh, well. Hang on, looking up something. So, Green Hell, rope, decorations, recipe. I forget how to get these. Like... Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do from the workbench. Am I just in the wrong mode? I think I'm in the wrong mode. Hang on, let me go back to my workbench here because I think I'm in the wrong mode. It's got a very steep learning curve. Green Hell is a very steep learning curve, but it's not that bad. There it is. Oh my god, I feel dumb. But yeah, so there's all the leaf decorations. I knew they were in here somewhere. Oh, beautiful. And then bone decorations, all the bone curtains and pendants and stuff like that. Super fun. Paintings. Nice. I'll have to work on some of these paintings in the future. And then holders for trophies, torch stands, torch holders. Oh, that's nice. Okay. All right, cool. So now that I know that that's done, let's go ahead and get the decorations that I was hoping. So you see, this is what I was talking about with like the leaf walls and stuff like that. Hang on. I got like ads popping up on this one that are going to kill bandwidth. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, definitely, Evan. I agree. Definitely a win game here. Okay, so palm leaves, logs to make that one. This is kind of what I want to do is make these walls. So I'm just kind of checking these out real fast. Yeah, see, we got these curtains. That's what I'm looking for is the rope wall. Okay, and then what's the bone one? Is there a bone wall? No. Okay, so we'll do rope. Yeah, there it is. See, look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? Love that. All right, so there's the rope wall. Come on, let me expand with it. There it is. Had to get it at an angle. All right, move object. So now, gonna put it. Why are we not letting me put this anywhere? Why are we not letting me put that anywhere? Don't like that. Because this should hang kind of off of anywhere. And I'm not really excited that it's just like kind of hanging out like this. So I got a couple places that like it could have hung potentially. But yeah, not sure why this one's not working well. Do you have to, hang on, do you have to hang it on like a flat wall? I thought you could kind of like have it on a frame. But now I want to check something. Gonna be a little mad if I have to destroy this rope one. No, oh, there it goes. See right there, so it does have to hang on a wall. Little lame, but whatever. Put it right here. Make it look a little bit like home. I want to use these as like dividers. You know what I mean? Like separating rooms a little bit. And so we'll see. Hang on, let's do another one here. Let's go to the leaf decorations. And then we're gonna make a leaf wall this time. And then see if this works a little bit better. To be honest with you, I think that the leaf wall looks a little bit cooler. All right, expand, move. Yeah, see this one can just be positioned wherever. And it's like a little partition somewhere. That's kind of what I was looking for. Okay, so the reason being is because we're going to make this kind of a enclosed room for my bedroom. But again, semi-enclosed. Like that. Just kind of make it a little bit more homey in here. Homey? Homely? I don't know. I don't know which one it's supposed to be. Okay, paintings. I need charcoal for this. Go get a couple pieces of charcoal. Just before I go to bed, just trying to make it a little bit nicer for myself, right? Stone, charcoal. Man, I need to make some charcoal soon. Alright, so if this is going to be our bedroom, where's the painting of Mia? There it is. One log, 2 things of charcoal. Done. What's up, Mia? What up, girl? Have to make sure that we always put this one in the bedroom, right? Alright, we'll put this right here. Yeah, there you go. Love how they added the paintings and stuff like that. Really cool. I almost feel like I need to put that right over the bed here. Hang on, let me see if I can get it on that side one. No, not gonna let me put it on the lower ones or the ceiling there right above the bed. No, okay, that's fine. She can hang out there. All right, let's get some rest. Hoping for rain tomorrow. What time is it? Gonna be calling the stream here just a couple minutes too. It's Monday, kind of one of those late days for me anyway. But either way, fun times. Just to get this one building done is super cool. And then, oh, we have paint that we need to put on. Let's do that real fast. Let's do some of the painting. Fantastic. We'll do a lot more of the painting next time too. Really want to get these buildings kind of just looking more finished as we go. And so as I find resources, makes it easier. Look at that. Look at just how nice that is with the blue and white trim. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and handle some business. Gonna grab the water out of here. Nope. Man, it's empty. Okay. Didn't look like it was empty at first. All right, pour that in there. So I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna mix it with some dirty water now, and it's gonna have to filter out. But I need to eat something real fast, and then you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and clean ourselves, have some food, and then we'll call the stream. Let's grab some rope. Let's grab some rope as we go. And then next time when we get in here, we start working on the two other buildings. The two other buildings are going to be pretty cool. One of them is like a crafty room, so it's going to be some more storage and those two crafting stations. And so one's the pottery table, and then the other one is the workbench where I build all those like decorations and stuff like that. And so we're going to put a lot more storage inside of the one that does the decorations, right? But for everything else, hang on, let me slow down and check for spiders as we come around this corner. The other one is going to be the metalworking, and so we're going to put the forge in there. We're going to put the charcoal maker or smelter, whatever it is. I don't even remember what it is. I think it's just called like the charcoal oven or something. That one's going to go in there, and kind of anything else that helps make armor or that type of stuff. And so that's the name of the game. But right now, the name of the game is just cleaning ourselves, not getting dirty, getting back to the base, eating something, and saving, so that way I can call it. So anyway, I'm playing Green Hell pretty much all week. Like that's the plan is I'm gonna do Green Hell all week this week because I need to get this base done so we can move on to other games. I have bases going, I think, in like 3 or 4 different games, and we haven't really released a mega base in... actually, that's not true. I was going to say that we haven't released a mega base in some time. That's not accurate. Jay just released an Enshrouded mega base. It's pretty cool. It's called the Alchemist Tower. That's what he called it. And it looks really, 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 really cool. And so if you are a fan of Enshrouded, head to our channel. You can see that video that Jay just put out with his mega base there. And then I'm hoping that this mega base, I'll do a full tour of it in the next couple of days once we get it done. But right now, there's just so much with it. I forgot to get water at the... Damn it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But yeah, right now, there's a lot more that I need to get done with the mega base. 2 more buildings need to get finished. Treehouse in that tower, or treehouse in that tree. Treehouse in one of those 2 over there as well. And a treehouse over here somewhere. I haven't figured out where the 3rd one's gonna go. Connect it all with these walkways. You get the idea. This one over here, this one's gonna be pretty fun because up on the 2nd floor, I'm gonna put a in-building furnace in here. So that'll be pretty cool. But okay, everybody, let's go ahead and take care of Jake real fast, so that way the next time I start this stream, I'm not angry at myself. Eat from this side. I always alternate the sides that I eat from on that thing, so that way I never eat like rotten food without looking. But alright, over here, check for bananas. Love when there's bananas right here. Makes things super easy for myself. Is that it? Do I need any more? Yeah, we're good. Alright, y'all. Well, that's it for me. This is Base Legend, where we build bases in games. You know, stuff like this. This is what we build in our games. And so if you're a fan of base building, if you're a fan of survival games, horror games, survival horror games, just pretty much any game that allows you to build. Like, we play Minecraft and like Stardew Valley and stuff like that too. And so that's our bread and butter on this channel. And if that's something that you guys are into, Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll actually be on time tomorrow too. So 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you guys then. Until then, you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.